Just 28% of the homes are selling over list price, the lowest springtime level since 2020. That could be a harbinger of good things if you think about it. Before 2020, we were going into the whole COVID thing and homes were sitting on market. And then we turned into a firestorm because rates went down to 2% or 3% or whatever, right? Google searches up 16% from a month of earlier. Look, here's the bottom line. Homes are sitting on market a little bit longer because there's economic uncertainty, job loss, job reporting is down, and interest rates are high. It's unaffordable to buy a house right now at 7%. It's ridiculous. But if you're a buyer and you know that this is an ebb of the tide, you know that this is a great time to buy a house. Look for a house that's been on market 30 days and you can pick it up and get a decent value out of it. When we had a seller's market, sellers expected multiple offers. There's nothing wrong with you writing 4 or 5 offers and making a couple of them insultingly low and seeing who's desperate. What's the worst that can happen? Now, look, I'm not saying go find the house that's brand new on the market, like 0 days. Oh, we're going to offer $300,000 less. Here's the thing. If you see a house that's been on market for 30, 40, 50 days, go in a little bit lower. If you see it on market 60 to 90 days, that house is stale. Every other buyer has seen that house either online and decided it's too expensive for that area, location, condition, and market, or the seller's just being stubborn and saying, my house is worth this much. Nothing ventured is nothing gained. So my point here is houses are still selling quite a bit over market. As a matter of fact, we're going to see Santa Clara is at 5%, 6%, right? Houses are still selling. We're still not a buttload like we did in 2021 or even in 2004. However, the market is still doing well, especially in Santa Clara County, Silicon Valley, and the Bay Area. So keep in mind, there's still deals to be got. Are you selling a home? You may need to make these plumbing repairs first. The first thing I want to talk about is Morgan Hill and a couple other municipalities are requiring a sewer lateral inspection. It's about $250. They put a camera with a robot into the vent on top of your house and somehow get to the sewer, and they inspect it for cracks, for root invasion, for what have you, right? Also, if your house has leaks, any kind of leak, if it's a water leak or a drain leak, fix it. The last thing you want is a buyer to come in, have a bad taste in their mouth, figuratively, about the house that they just paid $1 million or $2 million or $3 million for. Fix it. It costs a couple $100, right? Repairs that are not required, get them done anyway. Look, I'm telling you, it's few in between that a house is perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect house. However, if you come into a house as a buyer, think if somebody did that to you. Oh, you have $10,000 worth of repairs that you have to do when you move in. Wait a minute, I just paid $1 million or $2 million for this house. It's kind of just bad etiquette. Get it fixed, right? This is good news for us in San Jose. If your house sells for over $2 million today and closes today, you will be paying real property transfer tax, which quadruples the city transfer tax. And it was 1.1, $1.10 per thousand divided by 50 because the buyer pays half. Now it goes up to 2.3 effective July 1st. This is going to help us in San Jose sell more homes over $2 million, which actually hurt home values for a while. So they listened. Mortgage applications increased in the latest MBA weekly survey. This is just a few days ago, but that's good news because more buyers are coming to the market expecting to buy a house with concessions. Cupertino House of the Week, Almaden Ave, you're paying almost $3 million for 10,000 square feet, a third of an acre, a quarter of an acre. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,100 square foot piece of dookie, but people are still buying it. Why? Because it's Cupertino schools, you're close to Apple, etc. I have coffee here quite often at the Starbucks. Monte Vista is right here. Lincoln and Kennedy Junior High. Deanne's is over here. $3 million for a quarter of an acre lot. Willow Glen Home of the Week. It's $2.2 million. This actually fits the narrative, right? They don't have to pay a transfer tax at 2.2. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square foot, built in 1942. This is a great buy because it's walking distance to Lincoln Ave. You can walk downtown. It's a nice little bungalow. Looks like the kitchen was updated back in the 90s or 2000s. Same with the bathtub. Nothing looks original other than the floors, which is nice. And you have a little storage area. thing right here, guys. When you're selling your house, take the screens off. Take the screens off. It brings in more light, it makes your house look bright and airy, and it doesn't look dirty. When you have your cleaners come through, have them take them off, wash them, and put them in the garage or your basement. So there you go. That's what you get for $2.2 million in Willow Glen. What do you get for $35 million in Los Altos Hills, Olive Tree Lane? 7 bedrooms, 4 and 2 half baths, 6,200 square feet on 1 full acre in the hills. Let's take a look at this. In case you're wondering where it might be, Cupertino, Mountain View, Stanford's over here. It's a great buy, and you get an amazing view, all for the low price of $35 million. Guys, the view is beautiful. Worth every penny on this one. All right, 12 county sales. Let me open this up so you can see a bigger picture here. Not a whole lot of crazy things other than we're close to $9 billion in sales revenue in Santa Clara County, by far the most. Our median sales price is $2 million. Our average sales price is 2.4. If you live in Blossom Valley, where I do, these numbers are the same thing. I have them in the picture in my blog, so come and take a look. We're at 6% over list price on the average. Doesn't mean homes don't sit on market. We have a lot of homes sitting on market, right on market for 60, 90 days. Those are right for the picking, but smart sellers listen to their agents and list below the market to get it sold. If your house is on market 20, 30 days, consider a list price decrease. We have 240 new listings this week. Same thing with Alameda. Alameda is coming up to volume, but their sales price is a little bit lackluster by $1 million. And they've sold almost as many homes as we have. 3,500 homes in contract, and Santa Clara County has almost 3,900 at 3.5 months of inventory mid-month, right? We're going to see it drop down to 1.8, 1.9, maybe 1.